Hi all, we welcome you to the latest edition of Illuminate by Meritto. This is Pavitra Karthikeyan along with Aman and Rohan.
Hi.
Today we will be taking you through empowering sales and counseling teams on the move. Do you all really think that admissions, enrollments, nurturing, counseling, everything really happens only at the desk level? We can hear the sales and counseling teams that are talking that no, it is not really like that. It happens, right? There are sales team, marketing team, counseling teams who are always on their toes. For example, they will be going to visit webinars, education fairs, expos, open houses, career fairs, and whatnot. So when they are on the move, how can they enhance, empower, convert the admissions and enrollments on the move? There might be challenges and concerns they might be facing, right? We need to equip their teams to enhance the admissions. If you think your teams are already equipped, we would like to put forth few questions. Rohan, can you please go to the quest? We would like to put forth few questions to the audience. First is, do your teams have functionality of calling? Let's say, for example, they are on a webinar and they get a call from a student, but they're not able to answer the call. Okay, then post that they come, they don't have a facility to check if the student is the person who has called. So what they have to do, they have to take the number in the dialer tone or dialer pad. They have to save the number otherwise and have the hustle of calling the student back, right? Sometimes this might have also happened. You might have thought that this is one lead, but you might be talking to another lead with a different context. Have you all faced that scenario? There also can be scenarios where many students might be visiting your stalls, and a student might come up and say he or she is registered to the particular organization, and he or she wants to know more about it. But then, if you want to search the student, you might have faced this awkward situation of, can you please tell me the spelling of your name, or can you tell me how should I type your name, right? These are day-to-day common situations all of us would have definitely faced. There's one important question. Do you have access to very much crucial information, real-time data? For example, let's say a student comes to you and you ask them to register, but unfortunately the student is in payment approved stage and is willing to be a part, get enrolled. It might be a difficult situation for us to handle because he is already an enrolled student and we are trying to nurture him from the start. It might not put us in a proper pace, right? Then you would have also come across situations where you keep taking notes of whatever the students who visit your stall, and unfortunately at the end of the day you might forget the notes or misplace the notes, and these might be potential students who you would have catered during the webinar or open houses, or even if you had taken their notes, you would have kept it in some file and might be looking out it in a different file. Have you all come across this difficult situations? Next important thing is, you might have planned for a week in different locations or fairs, but your managerial team or your colleagues may not know where exactly are you in a particular day. They might want to assign few leads to you, or they might want to know if you're available on a particular day. For that, what has happened? Is there any tracking mechanism that you have been following? For example, your manager might also think you're in the same cabin but not coming for a morning meeting. There might be clashes on these lines also, right, while you're nurturing your lead. Next very important thing is, let's say you're traveling in a bus back to your home. A student calls and he urgently says he wants to be a part of our organization, but he wants to understand the eligibility and asks will to send a brochure. Do you really think that we will be able to keep a copy of the brochure, download it, save this person's number, take a WhatsApp, where our information also gets revealed to the student and students' information also gets revealed to all the counselors? Do you have any mechanism to immediately send the mail, WhatsApp containing the brochure and the eligibility details to the students? Have you faced this challenge? Next is you keep alarms in the night for waking up, right? Do you have same method of seeing all the leads or planning for the particular day, like a status call in the morning? Do you have these are the leads that I'm nurturing today? These are the leads and enquiries I will be nurturing tomorrow. These are the calls I have to make. Do you have a solid note of all these? Or do you have a vision if you're planning on a vacation, if you're on holiday? Do you have a planning of what is there ahead of you in a single view, that too while you are in a webinar or in a open house, while you are on the move? Very important question is my final question to all of you. There might be days, hours, and months you have worked for the organization. You would have nurtured leads, application. The conversion rates, according to you, might be very high. You would have done hundreds of calls. You would have done 50 calls per day, 20 calls per day. But do you have a solid record of them to show it whenever? Or do show it wherever you want it, or you for yourself, for your betterment, you see it anywhere and everywhere? Do you have answers for all these questions? Do
So
you think?
absolutely correct, Pavitra. I guess I have been in direct connect with the client itself in all my previous experiences. I am currently onboarding clients itself in Meritto. So whatever challenge you have mentioned are the exact problem statement of every clients, whether they belong to edtech, coaching institutes, higher ed, K-12, preschool or play school, or study abroad. So I guess all the joiners, all the webinar attendees might be facing these kind of issues in their day-to-day scenarios. So I guess you have clearly explained the problem statement which every other team, whether they belong to sales, marketing, counseling, these are the problem statements they will be facing day in, day out.
So, if you have, on the ways of Aman said, if you have not scored more than a 50% in all the above mentioned questions, don't worry, we have got you covered. This webinar will be an opportunity for you to learn how you can streamline your processes, enhance communication with prospective students, provide real-time access to students crucial information, and empower your sales and counseling teams with all that matters, but no matter where the teams are placed in. Additionally, this webinar will also help you to gain actionable insights and knowledge on expanding outreach activities, improving conversion rates, boosting sales productivity, making it ideal for all the educational organizations of any size. So say hi and hello to our purpose-built mobile application. Meritto mobile app will be the de facto choice for anyone in the education looking to scale, be it higher education or online degree programs, coaching institutes or edtech, K-12s or preschools. A purpose-built mobile application is designed to offer a seamless and engaging experience for all the potential students from initial interest to their enrollments. Ultimately, this will help them to boost enrollment rates and enhance the processes anywhere and everywhere on the move. I this will be setting a context to our webinar. I would ask Rohan to take it from here, explaining various features and the modules that we have will might be of great help. Please, Rohan.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Pavitra. Hope you all are doing great. Let's discuss how this app is going to help you and your team. Whether you are a counselor or an agent, or you are a sales representative who working from home or a ground or at the event, or you are working from the campus itself. This app will help you from engaging to your candidate to helping you to convert them with just a tap. So let's discuss few of the real cases which we and our team may face during this journey. So, as a my point of view, I will like to share a case which I face myself. Few years back, I attend a study abroad event. Okay, and there is an organization who place their canopy over there, and multiple students are going there to the inquiry purposes. And there is a guy who mentioned the name, email, and mobile number of these applicants who are interested into to taking the admission into the institute. So after a day end, this particular guy lost this piece of paper, and he's very emotional in that particular time and saying to me, अब मेरा मैनेजर क्या सोचेगा? वो तो ये सोचेगा कि मैंने आज पूरे दिन में कोई काम ही नहीं किया, but I took the data of 30 to 35 leads, and we all know what's the importance of a single lead into a study abroad domain itself. Moving to the next problem. Suppose you are on the go on bus, train, or metro, and someone called you on your phone. Okay. And after attending a call, you realize that this is the person X you talked 1 month later. And after 1 month, right now, it might not possible that you will be remember all of the details you talked about on that particular time. So it is very difficult to identify that what things you have discussed on that particular time. So what you will do? You will do, okay, sir, I will connect you later. Let me clarify a few of the things. Okay, such kind of a scenario. Similar kind of a thing, suppose this is the person you already discussed. Now talking about a number which called you on your phone, but not registered with your system. So, and you are on the go, and after 1 hour, you went your office or your home itself. And during this 1 hour, you get n number of calls, like calls from the some property agents or insurance agents or fake calls. Then how you will identify which is the exact number who called me on that particular time? Either you have to remember it or note it down to a your notepad or your mobile itself. Moving to the third problem, which you might also face, that uh, you might on the go and attending a demo or a meeting with a client, which might take an hour or long. During this duration, you are not able to attend any call, and those calls are important. But along with those calls, you also have some different calls, like with the n number of things, like with the field agents, other agents, or other marketing calls, or your other personal calls. Then how you will identify which is the right person to contact after your meeting? So how you prioritize that? Moving to the another challenge, like you have n number of things to do in a day. So for let's take example, you have a unassigned leads or a untouched leads to cover it. You have multiple follow-ups to take it. You have different tasks, even you have a meetings with your manager or your management itself. So how you can plan your day in such a efficient manner so you can cater all of these things, because we all aware about it. If we missed a one highly interested leads follow up, then it will be a less chance to convert it. So let's discuss the solution which Meritto app is provided over here, over these.
Rohan, I have just one instance to share to
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
sure,
So
please.
yesterday, I remember a case from yesterday itself. I had back-to-back meeting scheduled, and I missed one of the important meeting due to no notification. So I had to reschedule it to today itself, today morning, and then I was apologizing to everyone. So Meritto mobile application provide these kind of notification as well, that these many follow-ups or these many direct connect with the prospects or leads are available. Correct?
Right, absolutely right. So let's
Right.
talk the solution which Meritto app will provide you over here. So on the go, you have an option to add a quick lead. So this is not a prospect to add a lead only or a prospect only. you can also automate your communication on that. So let's understand this with an example. So let's assume on that particular study abroad event, when I add a lead from this add quick lead option, and after that I want that I know that after 2 hours this event will be completed and these applicants will go their home, and I want after approx 3 to 4 hours as per your convenience, you want to share some communication, automated communication. So what is required? It is required you to remember it that you have to send a communication after a 4 hour. No, it's not required. It completely automated, and this will be catered by Meritto automation itself. Moving to the part of call, when call is coming. So when call is coming to your Meritto app, it's automatically identify is this particular applicant is already registered with your system or not, with your, sorry, with your organization or not. If it is already registered with your organization, you have an option to view their names and the entire profile itself by a click of the button. So there is no need you to memorize anything that what happened actually a 1 month back. Although we have a different option for the unregistered leads as well. There is an option when someone called you and is not registered with your organization. There is an option called add quick lead at that time when someone is calling. When he is calling, you will decide that you have to add this particular lead or not. Moving to the next part, you have the we have the solution to sync the all of the missed call which you have during your meeting itself. Even we have an option to notify you with the help of a notification bell itself, that you will be notified that what different missed call you have during this period when you are attending a meeting. Also, as per the planning part is concerned, Meritto app provide a direct sync with the Google Calendar, which help you to plan it better rather than it's a meeting or your task or your follow-up. Even we help you to provide a automated notification, push notification, which Aman is talking about, that you will get a push notification through which you will be notified that you have a follow-up at 3:30 or a 5:30. Even you will also notify that what overdue follow-ups you guys have. So moving to the next problem, this might be faced by many of your team members which have on the ground activities, mostly on the ground activities. So I met a manager whose problem is I know there are these guys are going on the field, but I don't know what they are doing. At the end of the day, they just tell me कि सर मैंने किया था काम, मैंने तो ओवर टाइम किया था to acquiring the lead or to providing the demo or to do their task. But what's the view the actual manager or the team member or their lead have for those team members itself? So we have a solution of field force tracking where you can plan their routes. You can easily identify where they are going, what task they are doing, what time they are spending with what particular location itself. So it's like now no one does not came up और आपको बोलेगा that sir I went here but I will not acquire the lead or do not I'm not able to do any task due to X reason or a Y reason. So Aman, I hope now you cannot go to the movie on the ground because this hell will instantly capture you. Ki where are you going? What movie you are looking, है ना? Where which PVR cinema you are watching the movie and how much time you are going to spend there.
Correct. So I guess I have one real life example to share with all the
Yeah,
attendees.
please, sure.
So I was just onboarding one of the esteemed coaching institute who have multiple centers pan India itself. So they just asked us whether we have field force tracking available or not. So what they usually do is their sales representative have a defined route, obviously, for the week or for the day, where they will be planning that which schools they will be going in, because for the coaching institute, the schools, they will be getting the leads, prospects, learners data from the school itself, where parents will be coming in, where parents will be coming in, and at the end of the day, they'll be just taking the data from there itself. So their use case was they wanted to track the location of their sales team, just to analyze further reporting purpose and other things, also to analyze whether the people are going to that particular place or not. So in addition, they just wanted their sales team to check in and check out also, so that once they reach to that specific place, obviously if they are going, so they have to mark their attendance, they have to check in and check out, so that we'll be, as a manager, I'll be able to understand whether they have actually gone to that place or not. So this field force tracking feature coupled with the check-in check-out feature has really solved their use cases. Now they get reporting in team, list, map view to track the location, time, duration, route, everything is available on the move, on the go, just with a single click. So I just thought of sharing this real life example case.
Yeah, it's a great example, and I'm going to talk about this as well. So next feature, which Aman is already talked about, is the check-in check-out option. So suppose you have a field force which are working from 9 to 9 to 7 p.m. or 9 to 6 p.m. And how will you know that he starts his day or he ends his day? It might be possible that someone came to you and he will said, सर मैंने तो ना 10 बजे तक काम किया बट नहीं हुआ, सर मैंने तो ना ओवर टाइम भी कर रहा हूँ बट नहीं हुआ. How you will say that he is doing that particular thing? So for those kind of a problem, we have this option available, the check in check out option, where you not only identify on what particular time they are check-in, but it also help you to identify on what particular location they had started their journey. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि वो घर पे बैठा हुआ है और आपको बता रहा है कि I started my day, sir. So we have both location as well as the time as well. And this feature is not only restricted to the force which are working on the field itself. It is also helpful to manage the lead quota as well. So let's understand this with the example. Suppose you have a large team of you are handling a team of 10 people or 10 counselors, and marketing team is generating leads from the various sources like various publisher, SMS campaign, email campaigns, or digital marketing, other digital marketing mediums as well. So they have done some SMS blast, or on that particular data, you instantly receive 2000 lead on that particular day. But the capacity of handling the leads per counselor is 100 only. What will happen in such kind of a scenario? Either you will waste, those counselors will waste your lead, or they are going to cover this lead with a longer duration. At the end, what will happen? Marketing ROI will be suffer. Or understand this with a different example as well, or the other side of example as well. So let's assume that I, as a counselor, understand that whenever I touch a fresh lead, it's a higher chance to convert it rather than calling it later. So when I came into a morning and I identify, I went office early, 1 hour early, and I just quickly touch as much fresh lead as I can. So what that particular guy is doing, that is wasting the leads. Marketing is not getting the right ROI from those leads. So what we can do, we can allocate a quota over it. What this quota, how this quota will work? You can assign 100 leads per day or a 400 leads per week as per your convenience. So, Aman or Pavitra, have you any other viewpoints of these two features? How these features are going to helpful to our audience and the clients which are not using right now a mobile app?
Yes, so obviously, I guess this check-in checkout feature along with the allocation quota, again, the coupling of these two particular feature and giving it to the client itself make their life easier. So again, a use case example which I would like to just give here itself. So what happens? Suppose I am the manager, and what happens is I have n number of people working under me. So they all are the counselor or sales representatives who are working on the leads. Their day in day out job would be to connect with the lead itself, engage them, nurture them at the end of the day to convert them for the successful closure itself. So what happens is, suppose I am on leave, I'm going on long leave, or holidays are coming at the end of the day. Now, out of 8 people, 5 people are working on that particular day itself. So now this check-in checkout feature would be obviously helping me. Apart from that, if I'll be just coupling this with the allocation quota, so obviously I can, as Rohan has mentioned, that we can assign that how many leads that particular person or that particular team has to be given on that particular day. Apart from that, not only the day, week quota also can be set in. So I guess this particular feature is a advantage for all the sales team, whether if they want to use it specifically to track their productivity at the end of the day. If I am new person, I might be able to convert or engage with 100 leads in a day. Suppose that is the example. Or somebody who is most senior in that particular team might be able to convert 200, 250 leads on that particular day. So obviously we can set this particular quota so that the leads will be allocated to those particular person, and then they'll be able to successfully convert it. So Pavitra, I guess if you have anything to share on it, this topic.
So I have two perspective in this. One is, see, in the post-COVID era, we are facing teams. We have organizations that have completely turned to be remote, and few organizations still they are on toes. They work in the fields and track their leads and applications. So this is one feature that can be utilized by both the teams, right? So if it's an offline driven BPO team and the BPO head wants to monitor whether the teams are on toes, they are working, or from morning, they can find out whether they have checked in the morning and checked out in the evening. So I have seen organizations, being in the customer success, I've seen organizations giving them incentives or appraisals based on using these performances. I mean, the time they have logged in, the time they have logged out, the hours of working. From this, they are very much available information. They are able to cater the needs in that way. One more thing is, if the teams are on toes, and let's say a team is one particular person in the team is not going to a planned webinar and he is in the organization only, there are other people also in the same organization working already, right? So what happens here, the manager will not know that the person has left to the field visit or still in the organization. And if they check in, they assign the leads only based on the check-in locations. So which is a very beautiful, one of the organization uses it very beautifully. So if there are 10 counselors they have hired, only 9 of them have checked in today and other one person is on leave today, they have not assigned the lead to that person. So what happens here is, leads and enquiries are those which, if you nurture them in real time, then only they get converted. Otherwise you will lose them, right? So they use it in a very good manner, that if a person checks in into the system, they will assign the lead on that particular day. If they are on leave, it's not of very much use. No, if they are on leave, if we assign it, it will definitely become a backlog for the next day. So many teams use this functionality to plan their activities. So this is one two different points I had to share.
This is the very like nice example quoted by the Pavitra itself. So moving to the further, before moving further, I like to share a feature which might not be Pavitra, you and Aman is not also not might aware of. So there is a feature in mobile app which is very helpful in on the go, that you can add any module shortcut on your home screen through this mobile app. So let's take an example. Suppose I am the one who is only working on the application module, or I am a counselor who is only working on the CRM part to nurture the leads only, or I am the one who is catering the support part only, handling the QMS part only, or I am a marketing guy who is looking into a reports or a insights. Okay, so we can directly take these shortcuts to our home screen and we don't have to navigate through the app to open these modules. Are you guys aware about these features?
This is a wonderful feature which you have informed us about. Yes, I was aware of that particular feature itself.
Nice,
Okay,
it's
nice.
very nice, and people will start using it because if leads are going to be shown on real time in the first page itself, it's going to be a hit for them. They're going to be happy, I guess.
Okay, from the audience itself, are you are aware about this feature? If you are aware about it, give us a thumbs up or comment us on the comment section below.
Meanwhile, if any of the attendees have any questions, you can simply put forward that question to this question and answer section, and we would try to pick all the questions based on the availability and time slots, and then we try to answer that as well. Thank you.
Fine, fine. Pavitra, as we all are aware about it, there are multiple channels and the communication medium which are available to connect with the right audience or the candidates which we have to cater on. So, can you please more elaborate or enlighten about these features and how we greatly or smartly connect to our audience?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So, in this changing era or evolution, we have seen a particular inquiry or lead has to be nurtured and catered from all the ways possible. Let me put you to a different example. Let's say you have been wanting to order a product in any of the e-commerce platform. Okay, so how are you being catered? You have put a product, you have selected that product, you have added that product to your cart. Post that, what happens? You are always being bombarded with email reminders, WhatsApp reminders. There's this concept of even cart abandonment and so on, right? In the similar way, there has to be engagement, there has to be follow-ups that has to be done on regular basis with your students. So for catching that, all you have to be is your presence, your organization's presence should be available in an omni-channel personalized way. Okay, so what do we call by omni-channel presence or a personalized presence? Okay, let's say there has been a lead who has registered with us. Okay, and he's almost in the mid of the form, but he's not able to complete the form for some reason. So you start emailing the student, you start sending SMS, you start sending WhatsApp to that student and nurturing them in this 360-degree. This need not necessarily happen only in the desktop. You have your mobiles at your palm, right? Every time a student is stuck or he raises a QMS, a query, you can answer it, you can send email, you can send WhatsApp, you can send SMS right from your mobile app, just with a click of a button. So this will keep the student engaged and he will think, okay, there is someone who is always watching us. So he will feel that, okay, I'm being valued against this organization. Even if a student raises a query at 7 p.m., if it's not your office hour, you've just left, but you're on the way, but you feel like you can answer him. You might search for a laptop, but you're on the way, right? You can just take up your mobile app, you can go to the query manager, you can reply to the student then and there. And one more important feature is in-app calling. Rohan had explained a very in-depth concept of what can in-app calling do, right? So this can manage your missed call. It can sync the notifications. And one important thing is, while you are on the move, you're going to get a notification once a student calls saying that this is the lead, this is the information of the student. A snippet is going to come, which will empower you in a better position to call and nurture them, to attend the call and nurture them. This is what we call a personalized communication, right? So you're answering the call knowing the history of the student, knowing what the student has gone through, or if the student has really liked us, what has been the profile journey, timeline, activities, and then you are going to answer that call. Okay, let's think of a difference like this. Okay, once what happened is, for my sister, we were searching for a college to do her UG. We registered to a particular organization and we filled the form, but we had a doubt. We were struck there. We were struck for 2 days, 3 days, but then there was no call, email, or SMS from that particular university or college. So what happens? My interest towards them, my view of the college changes, right? Okay, they are not responding. How do I get in touch with them? How do I respond? Or how do I even have to take it forward with them? I get confused there. But on the other hand, there's a college who continuously keeps reminding me, comes at the pop at the recall, brand recall, right? We call this the brand recall word. Every time I raise a query, there's a prompt answer. See, we also like to get prompt answers when we do a WhatsApp chat or Instagram chat, right? As humans. So it's a career. Students who have completed 12th, or edtech students or coaching institute students who are looking for online degree, have greater goals. They're all matured people who want to get responses to the questions they raise. So this college will make a better impression, or this institute will make a better impression. Of course, the one who prompt, even they might have a very good brand value, but the responses might have a personalized touch. It will have a brand, definitely a brand and a good impression about the organization. So enhancing this type of communication is very much important. A 360-degree nurturing with your in-app calling, email, SMS, WhatsApp, a round holistic image is very much important. Okay. At the same time, this on the part of a student. Okay, this is on the part of the student, how well you nurture them and how well you bring them to your college for enrollment. The second thing is, what can we do for keeping yourself organized as a counselor or as a sales team? How can I keep myself organized? Okay, if a student comes, how can I keep myself empowered, keeping myself in a better position? So you have this voice search and voice note facility. So for example, you can search a student by voice. As I had mentioned, one of the question in my first slide, do you have that functionality of searching students? Yes, we do have that functionality. At a tap of a button, you can search about any student. And one important thing is, you're going to have very long, tiring days post your webinars, right? At that time, will you take notes like essays or save it like a PDF document about the student? No, right? Then you will itself not have the interest to talk, understand what you have written. Okay, so at that time, voice notes come very much handy. Okay, so what happens is, even when we are chatting now, we are all changed into the place where voice note. Can you come to this room? Can we go there to the rest? Everything has become voice notes over different platforms. So voice note saving is one of a very enhanced, and it's a very higher end feature that we have started. We have brought in this voice search and voice notes, right? We understand there's a statics which says there are more than 1 billion voice searches that happen every month. So
Correct.
think of how people have changed to voice search. So why not add that into your workspace and make it more interesting, is what one important thing. So more than this, you will have your own separate dashboards to monitor your productivity reports and also to optimize your conversions. This is how you are going to personalize the omni-channel communication, not only to your student, practitioners, learners, but also to yourself, keeping your counseling teams and sales teams excited, making them hold tight and motivated, right? These are the features as such we have been explaining you. These are the modules, these are the features. These are the examples we have been telling you. Now, next I would like to tell is, every lead or an inquiry or an applicant has a unique pipeline. Okay, so let's say a student who is part of the edtech is not similar to a student who is part of a higher education, right? So edtech or coaching institutions, the period of the course itself is going to be very a short time compared to an organized or an institution or college that is going to offer. So a lead, the journey of the lead, right from a lead's registration to converting into an enrollment on the edtech platform, has to be quicker. right? We can't take more time there because there are n number of options. They will just start shifting immediately. On the other hand, higher education also has to be quick enough, but the period of the application form or the period of the course is vaster than comparative to this. So every lead has a unique timeline. Every lead is unique from another lead. So there are multiple touch points. That is, like, we call them the sales touch points for a particular lead in the pipeline, right? So how well it, you know how to use it in a desktop. You might all be very much pro in using it in a desktop version, right? So we want to tell you that it is not necessary a holistic nurturing of the leads from interest in starting to enrollment need not be only at a desktop. It can happen at one click from your mobile phones also. So I wanted to explain. I'll not take much time. I'll explain in a very brief manner how a coaching institute or a edtech customer can nurture their leads in just even a one day, just using the mobile app. Okay, let's say a student register, but he is an unverified a learner or a practitioner or a student who's looking out for a 3 to 4 month online course register, but he's somewhere stuck. He has not taken it forward. Immediately you understand, you open your mobile app, you see that you have so much unregistered untouched leads, and someone has initiated the registration. You immediately call the student and understand what is the problem. He says, I want the brochure. Then only I will understand the eligibility and register. Okay, what happens? You keep a follow-up, you send an email, you send a WhatsApp to the student with the brochure through the in-app through the mobile app feature. Okay, done. The student goes to the next stage, verifies himself, starts to fill the form, but he raises a query in the applicant dashboard saying, one of my document is not available. What can you do on this? Okay, immediately you get the query in your mobile app. You understand, okay, this person is facing. You call him and tell, no problem, you can go ahead without this document. The student completes the registration. Great. So post that, it is where the major part lies. You have to make him pay. That's where you complete your cycle, right? So immediately what happens, you change the application stage, the trigger for the payment, and an email gets triggered automatically to the student asking them to pay. WhatsApp goes there. You, in the click of the button, student opens the form, opens the payment module, he clicks on pay now and pays the fees. You immediately can see the receipt and everything in your hands. So from registering and making the student to complete a payment, the whole journey you have addressed to different modules in the mobile app, right from in-app calling, follow-ups, QMS, everything you have used just at the palm at your hands, right? So this is how it is going to be. The lightning speed matters because the conversion matters.
Correct.
So this is how you
So,
can nurture your
Pavitra,
student.
I like to share an incident which I came across. So,
Please.
I think in the previous month I visited a higher ed institute where after a meeting I had a lunch, and nearby me there is a counselor who is also doing a lunch with me. Okay,
Okay.
and immediately he had a call on his mobile, and they guys are using Meritto mobile app itself.
Okay.
On that particular time, he just discussed with the guy or whosoever is on the call, and after that instantly he just press the button and take a voice note that yes, I have to do this, these things, and instantly is gone, and he's doing it's their lunch itself.
That's all.
So
That's
that's
all. Your
like,
example summarizes it all.
yes, that's like how easy to use Meritto's mobile application, and like it's very handy to use as well.
Correct. Correct. So this is how we are thinking that things have evolved with speed.
Correct.
Okay. Next is the major important part comes in, right? A 360-degree visibility. It can be, one can be the team's performance, and one can be managerial perspectives, what can be done and how it can be done. So for explaining this in a very good deeper way, we have Aman. Please, can you take it up from here?
Hi, sure, sure. So, to just give you thoughts about who all the attendees who have joined this particular webinar. First of all, I welcome you again. The second thing is to just give you the thoughts. See, till now we were just discussing everything about the lead, the counselors, at the end of the day, sales reps, marketing team. What about the managerial people? Like, what about the management? At the end of the day, we all are aiming for the betterment of our organization itself. So at the end of the day, managers or the management team would be able to gain the actionable insights from what all the things sales reps, marketing team, or counseling team are doing. So I will just bifurcate this particular thing into three sections. One is how Meritto mobile application provides a bird eye view for lead and application status. So at a single click, we have a lead to enrollment funnel view itself. In a single click, you will be able to see all the advanced dashboards. You will be able to receive the real-time insights on the lead application and what all the conversation or conversions are going on. As a management team, you will be able to easily access comprehensive view of overall your enrollment performance itself. You can also monitor the progress regularly. You can extract actionable insights and implement necessary changes wherever you require to. Correct. The next thing is what Meritto mobile application can give a bird eye view for the entire session's progress. Because as a management team, till now, for sales team, sales reps, or marketing team or counseling team, as a manager, I was able to track their performance. But what about admin? What about the management team who wants to track everything about the admission session progress? So at the end of the day, the management team can view all the detailed analysis of lead to counselor communication, what all is going on, what all the efforts has been taken to convert one particular lead. It would be from inquiry stage to the conversion, a long journey. So at the end of the day, what is specifically the effort? Because as Pavitra rightly mentioned, every learner would be having a unique journey, correct? So it's not like Aman and Pavitra would be having the same journey with their respective counselor or sales reps, correct? So management team would be able to understand what all the efforts have been taken to convert for that successful conversion. Apart from that, marketing team can optimize the spends on return on investment with our beautifully designed campaign dashboards, which is available in a single click. You will be able to analyze what specifically source channel is giving you the best ROIs. The next thing is about the counseling team performance. So Rohan has explained about field force tracking and check-in check-out features. So it's not about only check-in check-out and marking your attendance. At the end of the day, you will be able to extract the reasonable insights from these particular features itself. You have the detailed analysis, you have the detailed productivity reports to enhance the engagement between the leads and counselor and the prospect or learners. Last but not least, you can also create dynamic dashboards or reports just on a single click. So we have a powerful module report builder where you can create your dynamic reports and you can just add it on your workspace, and that workspace can be easily accessible through Meritto's mobile application on a single click. So again, I just wanted to give a use case, a particular example, so that all the attendees who have joined would be better connecting with whatever we are saying, correct? So one of the prominent edtech client itself, they have asked us to allocate lead basis the check-in check-out with what I have already discussed, correct? And allocate the amount of a specific quota decided, like 100 leads would be going to one particular counselor and 500 leads would be going to one particular counselor. Now think about it. How easy it would be if the system would be able to do everything on behalf of you. Till now, what was happening? Somebody was sitting, maybe the manager, admin, or any specific person. Their daily job was, suppose 1,000 leads are coming in one particular day. So they will be allocating the leads based on some certain criteria. 100 they will be assigning to A, 200 they'll be assigning to Aman, 300 they'll be assigning to Pavitra. Now you see how easy it would be now if they will be using Meritto's mobile application. They, at the end of the day, they will be able to gain the actionable insights first thing, and the second thing is customized report with the powerful report builder functionality. Now the next thing is, I just wanted to, till now I have covered everything about the sales team and the counseling team itself. What about the marketing team? So marketing team, their main agenda, the main agenda would be to bring in maximum leads and make them qualified itself. So at the end of the day, Meritto mobile application helps you in optimizing spends also, right? So with the help of Meritto's mobile application, so the attendees who have joined from marketing team would be able to correlate with that, because Meritto mobile application, this mobile application is not only for the sales and counseling team. We have much more for our marketing team as well. So first most foremost, the marketing team can be easily stay informed about the real-time performance of their campaigns. What is running, what is not running, what is correct, what is not correct, whether they are in office or they are traveling somewhere, they are on the move, they are just traveling anywhere. So on a single click, you have the campaign dashboard from where you will be able to analyze everything on the go. Now, if you have already analyzed everything on the single view from a single click, you will be able to execute progressive data-driven campaigns rather than just relying on the assumption. Like, I'll just give example. Suppose I think that for ethic specific organizations, Facebook campaigning works better. It might not be true in all cases. My organization, though I am part of EdTech, but suppose that particular for my kind of business, Facebook campaigning doesn't work. LinkedIn works. So something like that. So once you have the actionable insights there itself, so that you will be better analyze. Okay, this particular thing is not working, so we should not spend much more money on that particular thing. So you have now the data with Meritto's mobile application, rather than you just relying on assumption that this works better, this works not. Apart from that, you can analyze day-wise, slot-wise, geographical data to optimize your campaign performance. In addition, you can understand from various traffic channels, whether it is organic pull, paid ads, publishers, various lead generation channels, so that you will be able to see that from lead generation till application submission, what all the enrollment trends on the real-time basis. Next part, you can obviously now you have the data, so you can conduct a comparative benchmarking also, that which publisher is giving you best amount of leads and application. At the end of the day, you will be spending amount on them. So for the budget planning and lead acquisition strategy. And finally, at the end of the day, once you have the data, I'm just reiterating it again, you have, then you'll be able to make the informed decision, and you will be able to optimize the spends, because at the end of the day, much more money would be spent on marketing. So you will be able to analyze it better, optimize it better. Again, I would rather like to give an example. So one of the prominent name from higher ed vertical has increased their conversion ratio up to 15% since they are using Meritto's mobile application. So now, not only this, they were able to optimize non-performing campaigns, and then they have also stopped non-performing campaigns also with the help of data-driven reports. So it saved a good amount of money for that particular institutions. Now,
I would also like to share a case over here.
yes,
So
very
I
good.
work with lot of marketing teams. So
Correct,
sometimes the main problem with the marketing team is they are providing the leads to the counselor and they have to call upon it. Okay.
correct,
And suppose as a marketer, I am going to attend any event or I am on the go somewhere else. And during this duration, how may I aware about it that which of my marketing campaign is providing? Does all of my marketing campaigns are providing the sufficient leads to the counselor as per their availability? So suppose I am promising to my sales team to provide at least 500 leads per day. But today, when am I going to the event? Then on that particular time, some publisher is not working, or my ad
absolutely.
campaign have some issue, or due to this, I am not able to provide a sufficient leads. So on the go itself, it will be very helpful you to put a today filter on this particular campaign dashboard, and you have a visibility that how many leads you are generating till now, what is the actual requirement, and are you fulfilling that particular requirement or not? Even not the
Absolutely
requirement,
correct.
the part of conversion and other thing as well as. the core carry of marketing team is to generate ROI, reducing the cost and increasing the revenue. Okay. And this is very helpful basically to know the each and every inch of your step, right?
Correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. I guess, Ron, thank you so much for giving that insights also. So my next point here would be to Rohan or Pavitra. I'm sure because you guys are on the go, first of all. Pavitra is in customer success. Obviously, she'll be visiting to customers every day out, and she'll be supporting them in setting up the process itself. And Rohan being in a product guy, obviously you would be getting the voice of market feedbacks. So it's like you will be getting the voice of market feedbacks for our powerful automation also altogether, correct? So yes, I guess so.
Yeah, of course. See, it becomes mundane or it becomes monotonous for all the counselors to day in and day out.
Correct.
Right? Say, send the same email, send the brochure email, send the same prospect email, send the same communication about infrastructure courses offered. It becomes really mundane,
Correct.
right?
So now let me provide some insights of what all tasks can be automated through mobile application. So using Meritto's mobile application, we can obviously as rightly mentioned by Pavitra, we see at the as a counselor, as a sales representative, we used to do multiple things which we are not supposed to do. Our main KRA, our main role would be converting a lead itself, converting a prospect, and making them a successful conversion. So our main focus should be on more strategic and value added activities rather than just putting the daily activities which we are doing manually, right? So with Meritto's mobile application, first one we can automate data entry, multiple notification at multiple places, communication which Pavitra has talked about, omni-channel communication is possible with Meritto's mobile application and automation as well altogether. All the repetitive tasks can be eliminated so that it can increase efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. The next thing which Meritto mobile application can help you with, obviously, automating the lead assignment. So again, as I have I guess I was just talking about it. Lead assignment is a big challenge. Like somebody is sitting and then they'll be manually assigning 2 leads there, 5 lead there, 6 lead there. Now, any complex, let it be any complex situation. Automation would be Meritto's automation would be able to handle any kind of complex scenarios where there can be multiple scenarios like for this traffic channel for this particular place if center is this particular then the leads will be going to that particular places. I'm just giving an example. There can be n number of scenarios, so you will be able to assign the leads, you will be able to automate that particular assignment altogether. And then at the end of the day, you'll be able to track their progress, setting follow-ups, like you'll be communicating with the prospect itself, learner itself. So you'll be able to automate that particular process itself, sending them notification, communication. So it reduces everything for the what were being done manually, correct? And at the end of the day, this application, mobile application, helps us to centralize the data and analyze and report for the reporting purpose and for the better visualization. At the end of the day, everything is available and we are not able to visualize it, then it makes no sense, correct? So if we are automating all these tasks, management would be able to take the data-driven decision again at the from various dashboards available and more accurately. So I would like to give another example. So several organization has asked us for automating their process for sales team, where sales team can get push notifications. So suppose I am a sales representative. Now what happens? I have multiple follow-up. I am working simultaneously on multiple leads. Now I have multiple follow-up scheduled with multiple leads. One is by 3:15, one is by 3:30. Suppose one is after this webinar ends up. So it's very difficult for me to understand. Maybe I will be missing something. Maybe I will be missing some of the follow-ups. So what we can do with the help of mobile app push notification, like we can simply customize it when we want to send the counselors, sales representatives, the push notification, like how many overdue follow-ups you had, how many follow-ups today or tomorrow you have. We can simply customize the frequency, day, whether we want to send this push notification. We don't want to send this notification on Saturday, Sunday. We want to exclude the weekend. So we would be able to simply do it with the help of Meritto mobile application. So consider how easy it would be for you. I guess so. Correct. So now I just wanted to discuss about how management would be able to track the KPIs of the sales team on the various touch points, so that they will be able to make the informed decision based and prioritize the sales effort. So it's like Meritto mobile application, with the help of it, your sales team, your management would be able to take the real-time data. First of all, they can track the performance of sales team, they can manage the engagement, they can manage the logging activities, like who is logging in, like check in, check out, and they can visualize the pipelines. Let's talk everything in detail one by one. So first thing foremost would be real-time data access and performance tracking. So as we have already talked about it, but again, to reiterate the same. So, first of all, real-time data access. It is coming from this source, it is coming from that source. On the real time, you will be able to see that particular thing. If it is being allocated to you, you will be able to see that on the real time on your mobile application. So, with that, the management or managerial people would be able to track the performance, first of all, through counselor dashboard. So counselor dashboard gives them a detailed, fair understanding that how many leads have been assigned to them, how many leads they have touched upon, how many application out of those leads application has been converted, and so forth, so on. Apart from that, they can monitor progress through effort analysis dashboard. So we have a beautifully designed effort analysis dashboard, from where you'll be able to see that how for conversion of one particular lead, how many notes, how many calls, how many follow-ups you have done, correct? And if you have with using our mobile in-app telephony calling itself, so you will be able to see for what duration you have talked upon. If even if you have a telephony vendor altogether, you can integrate it with it, so that the mobile application would be giving you that recordings and other things as well. So now you with this dashboards, as a management, you have the feasibility of tracking and analyzing all the things which your team is doing. The next thing is lead management. You will be able to track all the leads coming from this particular source, as I was talking about for the marketing team, like which source is performing better, which particular campaign is not performing better. So you would be able to track everything from lead engagement, follow-ups, conversions, conversations, so that you can prioritize high quality leads, and you can just eliminate connecting with the leads who are not much more intended in getting the admissions or getting enrolled. The next thing is activity login, obviously. So sales representatives can log their activities, or counselors can log their activities through check-in, check-out, follow-ups. They can simply make the calls from the mobile application itself. So everything would be automated, and everything would be stored for a better visualization. So management would be able to see that whether that particular sales person or sales team were able to achieve that particular goal or not. The last thing would be pipeline management. So every leads will be having a different life cycle, but at the end of the day, it would be revolving around the from lead inquiry till the conversion itself. So lead stages can be set up so that you will be able to better visualize that. Suppose you have received 1,000 leads. Out of 1,000 leads, 400 is in hot stage. Hot is like very much interested, being converted, and then warm would be some they are dicey. Cold is like they are not interested. So you will be able to identify, analyze the overall pipeline journey for the sales process, process itself, so that you will be able to better analyze and make an informed decision making. So now Meritto mobile application has everything you need, whether you belongs to higher ed, coaching or training organization, ed tech, pre and play school, K-12, study abroad, whatever you belong to. So, Pavitra, we have talked about everything which Meritto's mobile application can help us with.
Correct.
Just wanted to check what is the feedback we have received from our clients about mobile application, as
So
you are on the
there-
ground most of the
Correct.
times.
Correct. So there are many customers who have in person also appreciated that this has been very helpful and integral. People say that it has become an integral part of their routine. It has become a habit for me to check, go every time, go and we check WhatsApp, right? So it has become like that for them to go and check how many leads are yet to be nurtured. So we have few great comments that we have collated here. Few say that it's a one-click solution for admissions. It's few say that it's a super.
Yes.
Few say that it's nice and intuitive. So it's nice to see such heartwarming comments. And also, we would like to put forward that we are a 4-point rated app in both Android and iOS version, which you can. I hope all of you attending the webinar are either already users of the mobile app, or during this session you have already downloaded it for sure to take it up. So, with if you have joined the session late, or to give a summary of what we have used, what we have done so far, we have discussed many things like the in-app calling feature, field force tracking, check-in, check-out, voice search feature, voice note feature, 360-degree communication, notification, various dashboards, and so on. If you think any one of these is already missing in your view, you should feel free to contact your customer success team and get it instantly part of your mobile app version. I hope you will all download the app and start using it to the fullest.
I have
So,
already downloaded.
very good, Aman. So there are multiple webinars lined up in the next coming weeks. So next week we have on the March 21st, we have transforming fee management with the unified education payment cloud. On the 11th of April we have what's new at Meritto, and on the 18th of April we have tracking the right metrics for enrollment growth. To know more about these webinar, you can go into our website and click on the Illuminate tab in the website. It was very nice interacting with all of you. If you have any questions, please take it forward in the chat. If you have any questions post this session, also you can always feel free to always ask your customer success team. I hope all of us will be very happy to help and support and guide the team in coming days. Thank you for joining the session.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead.